Morning, chaps. Cheaper people, how are we doing? Don't know what's happened to my screens already. Where are we? Something's broken. What's going on? Don't know why Ireland's still there. Hang on a minute. There we go. Let's go with this one. How are we all? Welcome to the show. How's things? On time as usual. We don't do late here. We don't do late. What up, mate? How's it going? Good morning, pal. How are you, Ethan? Yeah, we don't do late here. You know, all these YouTubers don't have the work rate. They don't know what it means to be on time. No, I don't know a single show that's ever gone on time. On anyone that I've ever been on, anyone that I watch, nobody is ever on time. Punctual, man. You got to be punctual. What up, Jamie? How's it going, bro? Welcome. Are we? Sorry, I'm just taking my tablets. You have to bear with me. You know, I'm 43. I need tablets in the morning. Well, yeah, man. We're on target. So today, City play Burnley. Massive game. Oh, that's it, mate. You've got to be on time, bro. People, honestly, right? These YouTubers, man, they don't know. They don't know. They don't know work rate. They do a lot of streams, but they don't know on time. They'd be fired. They would be fired. What up, Parth? Good to see you, mate. Good morning, pal. What up, Ready? How are you, mate? Last two tablets, lads. Hang on. By the way, we see my cup. Oh, it might blur out. It's Clive Tilsley with tits. It's my dad's, but I'm using it. But yeah, man. So, massive game today. Absolutely massive game. Before we get started, do you do me a massive favour? Just like the stream. You know the score. You know the scripts. Everyone wants it. It'll do me massive favours. I do want to start with saying thank you to everyone that liked and watched the first stream. It went miles better than I imagined. I actually was really happy with how it turned out for me doing it. It was good fun. But yeah, man, appreciate all the subs and stuff. Like I said, this will just tick along in the background, places for people to come in the morning on time, unless real life happens, events happen. We'll be here. We will be there. But yeah, man. So City played Burnley today. Massive game. It's one of those things for me where everyone's nervous. People are nervous, man. People are just mad nervous for no reason. I don't get it. I don't really understand it. I mean, I do and I don't. Let me just work this out. There we go. So I do and I don't understand it, right? The pessimist City fans, which is a certain generation, those born in like the 90s and below, I understand why you'd be nervous, but what have City really ever done? You have to go off. You have to go off the body of evidence. And since 2012, the 14 years of evidence, which is a big stack in history like that, there's a stack. I cannot look back on a title race where we've been in it and I've ever been disappointed where we haven't won it, because the ones we have won, we've won in this situation where we come from behind. We're out in front. We turn up at the last minute. We've always seemed to get over the line, so I don't get where the nervousness comes from. Yeah, and now added into that, there is the caveat that we've been shit for 18 months, but we're in form now. We're banging form. It's business time. You know, this is it now. This is what we do. This is what we do. You know, how many other teams? I tend to think back and think, you know, Liverpool fans, United, Chelsea, Arsenal of late. They have had 14 years of torture. They've had 14 years of mental torture of knowing that they're in a title race. And when it gets down to it, they just can't get over the line. Some have. We've been shit when the facts are, the times when we've lost the league, we've been well off it. So we've never gone down to the wire in a title race and not won it. So it's like, just, if things might change, we might bottle it. We might draw 0-0 tonight. We just don't know. It's one of those things, right? You just have to deal with it. If we get beat up Burnley today to officially relegate, so they play similar like West Ham. But here's the thing, right, mate? Here's the thing, Path. They have got nothing special. It's not like they're in form. You know what I mean? It's not like they're fighting for their lives like Leeds have just hit a bit of form. You know what I mean? They're not like that. They're absolutely crap. They're 20 points. So, yeah, I just think we go about business today. Just tick over 1-2-0 win. I'm not asked about who scores, how they score. It's just business, man. Just tick 3 points on the table, top of the league, goal difference, whatever. We're there, and all we do is what we do best is just put the pressure on the other team, take care of business, put pressure on the other team. We will win. We will win, mate. I mean, I'd be astonished if we don't win. I mean, what are the odds of probability? I reckon Burnley have got about a 5% chance of winning, a 5% chance of drawing. At this time of the year, it's a different animal, right? Bet you a fiver Walker scores a screamer. I bet you a fiver he gets terrorised by Doku into another dimension. I bet Doku is horny to have a go at him. Pause. But yeah, I reckon he probably is. He don't want the smoke tonight. He's not going to want that Doku smoke. He'll have had it in training for a couple of years, and he'll have been rinsed in training. And he don't want it. He don't want the smoke in real life. This is where Pep changes the whole lineup. We'll get into the lineups and stuff in a bit, but on a larger note, there's not much to change, really, is there? We'll get to that, but there. If we're there tonight, it's all about winning the game, mate. It is, Gaz. Business, mate. Just take care of business now. We take care of business. No errors, and the biggest thing I want to call for is no sendings off. We know VAR. We know VAR has the propensity to. It's a big word for a Wednesday morning. Has the propensity to not go in our favour, should we say? So let's just leave nothing to ambiguity. Just deal with business on the day. Deal with it. You know, if we concede a goal, don't matter. We've done it before. We've conceded goals in the last game of the season and been 2-0 down. We've been 1-0 down against Brighton. Just it's okay. That's football. It's about 90 minutes or 100 minutes now, like. But yeah. Lineup prediction and change pool people. I'll come to that shortly, mate. I will. I definitely will. We'll just go. I've got like a little checklist to go through, but we will do. Only Nico G. He's looking like that, isn't it? So I have like a little checklist here. Where's my checklist? My little sticky notes. But yeah, so it seems let me see if I can work this out. This could go to shit quite quickly here. This is where things could escalate into shit. That's already broken. Let me see if I can get a screen up here. Where's City Extra? All right. There we go. Share screen. Window. Right. Let me just turn this chat off for a minute. What up, Walt? Good to see you, mate. Hope you're well. Imagine we win an Arsenal draw or lose. So here's the thing, right? I've said on my social media, I've also said on panels that I think we will win the league with a game to spare. I think Arsenal will not have the minerals. They'll not have the minerals. Yo, what up, baby? Morning, Shagger. All right, pal. How's things? How are you, mate? A friend of mine from a previous life. A streaming life. I like Pep, but we're nearly in the crowd about 6 foot around. What do you think? I don't know, mate. I don't know yet. We'll get to that. Let's have a look at City Extra, see what news I want to go down to what was on last night. It's a little recap and we'll work back. Where are we going? I just want to see about what he said about Rodri. Could be days of tweets here. City Extra mad. That's the most performative bullshit I've ever seen in the world. It's not done. It's not done. You're done, mate. You're never not done. Right. Let's go to this. Where's Rodri? Come on. Show yourself. I know you're here somewhere. Andy Madley. Right, so here's the thing. When have you ever seen a notification about a referee refereeing a game and gone, oh, it's that ref again? There's not one ref that you think can go, it's all right, that. They're all dickheads. But they're all professionals. They're all dickheads, right? It just is what it is. Once we're at the top of the table, we'll see what the mentality does to Arsenal. It will, mate. They'll crumble. Honestly, they'll like paper underpants. It's not done. It's not done. You're done, mate. So, yeah, Rodri's staying to Calvin's now, so I'll have scans reveal that it's not that serious. That's good news. And I believe it is a couple of weeks, right? Which, you know, it's probably a blessing in disguise. It's taken the option of him playing away from Pep. Because I think we all know Pep would probably play him if he was fit. Of all the games now, he'd play him every game. That's wire to wire. So I think the fact that he is injured it's good short term. It means he'll miss the Burnley game. It means he will be rested for Southampton. And then he'll be fit for, is it Everton? On the following Monday night. So he has effectively, what is it? So it's 11 days, pretty much. Plus, so it's been 2 weeks off. And the good news on that is we do have a backup in Rodri, Nico. However, he's not like playing much minutes, but I imagine he'll be match fit still. All refs are dead. It's what it is. What can you do, man? You just forget about him. That's the best thing to do is just forget about him. He should be back for Southampton. See, I wouldn't even play him against Southampton, mate. I wouldn't even risk it. Put him on the bench. If things go to shit, then so be it. But I wouldn't even risk it. Everton on Monday night, innit? It won't be available today, so he won't know he'll be able for the next games. I'd imagine Everton. But even then, look, we have to live in a world where we lived in a world for 18 months where life after Rodri was there. Rodri's come back and I think he's 90% Rodri. And he is head and shoulders above everything else we've got in our team in that position. And in the league. So I think it will be a miss. However, we've dealt with it before. I wouldn't be surprised if you see Nico G in there or potentially Kovacic. You know, in a bit of a game. I think Pep trusts those two players in there, so I think we'll be all right. I think it will be all right in the end. Predicted 11 minutes on go to that. Glad it's not done. I love that. That's why Arsenal are here. I don't love that. It's a melt. I don't want to go over that. I'm not asked about the headbutt stuff. It is what it is. It's just shit. Oh, by the way, big up Vincent Kompany. You got to love it, right? He's absolutely taking a piss over there. And we all know it. It's all inevitable, right? We all know he's destined to be the City manager one day. We all in agreement, all right, that right? Is there anybody in the chat that's got anything against Vincent Kompany being a manager? Show yourself. Declare your agenda now. Declare agendas at the door. Thing is, Nico G needs an experienced player like Bernardo, so he can't play as a lone six. I think Bernardo will play, obviously. But we do have options now, which is good. He will be. I want him as manager. Kompany at his old house in the UK wants to settle in Munich. Might as well want a bigger house in the UK. His house has been for sale for a long time now. And I'd imagine if he was to be a City manager, he wouldn't be wanting to go back and live in the same place. He'd think he'd want something new. I mean, that's the way I would do it. Wasn't going to be that his house he sold when he was playing for City. Yeah, I think it's for sale for a while, right? Apparently. But yeah, I mean, look, the reality is the way this fan base is now, a certain generation will want Vincent Kompany in straight away. Now, the problem comes with that is, look what happened post Alex Ferguson at Man United. Let me just do this. Look what happened to Man United post Ferguson. We all know David Moyes isn't a bad manager. You just cannot fill those boots quickly. This fan base will want those boots filled instantly. There'll be no grace period. Now, you've seen the way Chelsea have been reactive to their managers when they don't do well. We haven't really ever had that period. We had Mancini where it was a bit ropey, but that was his doing. We've never really had a period where we brought a manager in that we wanted. We believe in the manager, and he's suffering. He's suffering a bit. So is this fan base ready to have Vincent Kompany come in and go trophyless for 2 or 3 years whilst he adapts? Now that might be, we go close, we might be in a cup final, we might come second and third and just be 5% off it. But I don't think this fan base is ready for that. And the mutants have got loud voices online. They have. Not sure about Vinny because of the mutant. So I just said that. Yeah, man. I mean, I think he's got the personality to address it, to stay away from all that. I just don't know if this fan base has got the appetite to deal with that right now. I just really don't think they have. He's mint, man. He's doing a good job. Now let's put it into context. It is pretty much a one-team league over there. They are expected to win the league every year, like Paris Saint-Germain are. You might have one challenger. Look, Leverkusen did a madness. Borussia Dortmund have been thereabouts, but it's pretty much Bayern Munich are champions, and they're usually champions often. Didn't they win like 11 in a row or something? But yeah, so we'll say it's a different kind of pressure. But the good thing is he's managed in the Premier League before and he's played here. So that level of pressure is something he's used to, I guess. He won't be here for the next 2 or 3 years. I don't think he will be either. If Pep was to leave at the end of the season, which I don't think he will, I don't think it'll be Kompany. I'd be very, very sad inside if it was Maresca, but I don't think Kompany's the next guy through the door. I think Kompany's the guy after the next guy. Let Pep's body hit the floor, you know what I mean? And then go from there. But I think it's after that. Let Kompany get 2, 3, 4 more years of winning stuff. And then he comes in a bigger monster, if that makes sense. There'll be a drop off, something about that Vinny, that aren't a City fan. Yeah, most of those idiots, aren't they? Giving our squad our better team to get to a cup there, regardless. Agreed, mate. Agreed. There should be favourites, mate. However, I just don't know if something stinking will happen. Something stinking honking will probably happen and they'll go out. He does, mate. He's doing well over there. But like I said, there is... I reckon I could win the league playing for managing Bayern Munich. I definitely don't, but, you know, you'd fancy it, wouldn't you? Couple of years. So I think we're all happy that it would be. Give it Warnock for a year. Now, that would be banter, wouldn't it? That would be absolute banter. Yeah, I'd have that. For a year. Yeah. I'd take that. I'll tell you what, I wouldn't have Maresca and I don't want Xabi Alonso. I don't want them to. They really spoke about this, but I don't really want them. I get Maresca is a Pep disciple. I get it, but I know LB's a massive fan. He's a super glazer of Maresca. I don't know what he's seen in him, whether he's met him or something. I don't know. I don't know. He just seems like a Timu Pep Guardiola, and I don't like that. He doesn't seem to have his own personality. Imagine winning the treble in his second season in Bayern. He probably will. He probably will. Right, I just don't know what. There we go. Let's see if anything else has happened. Don't want to talk about Arsenal. Don't care about Arsenal. Whether he's nervous, absolutely opposite. That's me. That's me right there. Absolutely opposite. Last season, pressure was last season. I could bring it. Blah, blah. The feeling is we've done really, really good this season. Now is the moment to enjoy it more than ever. Bottle that feeling. Bottle that quote. Enjoy it. Pressure is a privilege, guys. He does have a very similar record. However, Pep had the stuff before there, right? What else have we got? Turkey, what a goal, right? We love Turkey, don't we? I don't want to. Why are we talking about Arsenal? It's done. Move on. I tell you what, man. These reporters, these journalists nowadays are a disgrace. They are Chat GPT journalists. In the thing before the game, What questions can I ask Pep Guardiola today? And ChatGPT will go, asking about Arsenal. It's just, no one's got any courage and nothing. Dead questions, man. So annoying. Who would you want rather in if Pep doesn't extend? To be fair, you know what? I've not really thought about it, mate. I know I don't want Maresca and I don't want Xabi Alonso. However, I've said this about when we sign players, right? I've said this about when we sign players, and I got laughed at for it. But when we first got our bit of money in 2012 or whatever, we were doing all right. We were doing all right before them. But when we started buying players, we were there on the ladder, and we wanted to get to there, right? So when you're at the ladder here, you're shopping at players around this level and up, and the pool is big up here. When you're at the top and you're shopping, the best players are either already at your club or already at your rival, so the pool is smaller. It's like a pyramid. So you're dipping down a lot of the time. Now, you can pluck, but a lot of the time you're dipping down into this pyramid to buy players. And it's the same with managers and stuff. I don't know. We've had the very, very best. Where do you go from there? We're just going to walk around in circles for a little bit, I think. We are. If you're not enjoying the game, then you'll never be able to perform under pressure. 100%, mate. Is it bad that I take Ange? No, it's not, because he's got personality, and he's been part of the City group, hasn't he? I can't imagine it happen, but you know, if there's anybody in with a shout, I don't think the City owners and the board and that are scared about being brave with decisions. Do you know what I mean? I don't think they're bothered. They will do their due diligence. They will hire the right man. They will have been scrutinizing this next person down to everything, just the same way they do with players. The same way they treat all the players, the way they see that they treat the manager. It'll be the same process. It will. It absolutely will. I mean, look, I don't know what's going on in his personal life. Is he tired? I imagine he is. He's going to get a summer off for the World Cup, I guess. Is there enough in this squad? You know, if he gets his new toys like Anderson and whoever else, and then I think we've got the best defence we've ever had in terms of centre backs, best goalkeeper stable we've ever had. If he can get a right back through the door, a midfielder, and then something happens on one of the wings, if one of those wingers becomes an output machine, then why do you want to walk away? You know what I mean? Why would you want to do what Jurgen Klopp did, walk away and let somebody win the league with your team? I think he's got the ego to say, you know what, I'm staying. Fuck it. What is he, 54, Pep? Is he 54? Am I making that up? He's got 5 years in him, man. He could ruin the Premier League for another 5 years. If Pep doesn't extend, then I get Maresca until Vinny ready to take over. Enzo Maresca will be more like Pellegrini, just managing long term until it takes over. I just don't know if the players are respecting me. I think that's a big deal. If you're a Rodri, or if you're, I don't know, a Diaz or a Haaland, are you going to respect Maresca as much as you would someone with massive bollocks? I don't think you would. So I get a lot of shit about Gibbs White, and a lot of it is banter, I know that, but I still think there's a player in there, man. He is what he is what I want from Reinders. Reinders should be doing what Gibbs White does. And I imagine City wanted him over Reinders, and it was probably too expensive, and they chose Reinders, which is fair. I think it's fair. Pep's staying this season. He said this more than 100 times, so we have a year. The thing is, though, he'll stay, right? When we get to January, here we go again. You know what I mean? Play the meme, walking down the gravel path. Here we go again. He does look hungry. I think he always has. I think take away that 16 months period of last season and a bit of this. I think he's been right. I think he knew it was coming. You know, I think he did. You like him too, I see it. Who would you have thought O'Reilly would come through in the first team and succeed? He's done a great job. He has, mate. He has ready. Bang. It's mint, mate. It is. Whoa, C-bombs. C-bombs on a Wednesday morning. Right, let me just... where's the screen here? What else have we got from yesterday? Anything particular that we missed out on that's happened in the last bit? Nothing. We're dry. We've gone dry this morning. There we go. Reinders is not a dog. He isn't, mate. I think people don't like him because he plays for Forest. Let's be real. And he's not a big shiny brand new toy like everyone wants. It does, mate. It doesn't. Life gets there, carry, mate. You know what I mean? But it's his life, man. What's he going to do? Walk away and do what? I think he'd be bored in a week. I don't think it killed him. I think he had to reinvent himself. Dry like the Arsenal pitch. Could be. Right, so let's get on to this. Let's get on to today then. So Rodri's missing. Do we make any rotations? Is there any changes that we do? I was going to do like a squad builder, but it's pointless. We all know 9 of the 10, right? We all know it. Nunez, Kusanov, Gahey, Bernardo, Cherky, Semenyo, Doku, Haaland. There's 2 places that are up for grabs, and that's purely because one of them's injured. So I didn't mention O'Reilly because I think, does O'Reilly go into the middle? No. I think it's Nico. So then I think the actual replacement is Nico, and O'Reilly stays at left back. It has to be. I think it has to be. The thing is with City and Pep, you don't change him. Pep's never changed players ahead of a game to worry about the one after. It's always about next one, take care of business, and that's why we're so good. So I think it's just take care of business, best squad we can. No changes needed. I think barring Rodri, I think it's got to be Rodri for Nico. It has to be. It's the only one. If I was to say there was any chance of any other change, I imagine if there was any other place up for grabs, based off the weekend, Savinho might start ahead of Semenyo. Might. Because I think Semenyo's been a bit crap last couple of games. And I think maybe for him to give him a bit of a nudge and also to be a bit more direct on the wings, I think maybe that, but I don't know. Savinho can get in the bin. The thing is, mate, there's a player in there. He was on a trajectory like that, right? He was on a decent trajectory and he had a spike at Girona. Then we signed him and then he's gone back to his trajectory level. So I think there's a player in there. I don't think Foden's getting a start until the end of the season. I think Cherky's owns that position, unless his injuries, But I think in that case, I think Savio might play. I don't know. We don't know. But here's the thing, right? If what happened, what would you do? So let's just say you woke up. You today, Semenyo's out of the squad. He's injured at the end of the season. Then what? What do we do? What do we do? You need to give these players a taste of football. You do. Because you can't have players coming out of the cold expected to hit the ground running. So I think if he doesn't play tonight, he'll play at weekend. Here's the thing though, mate. He's got good work rate. He has got good work rate. He's just not a physical monster like Semenyo is. He isn't. See, I'm really sad about Marmoush. I don't know what's happened there. I don't know. Why is he not playing games? I don't know, but I'm accepting the fact that he's done now. I like Marmoush a lot. I think he's a cracking player, and I think he's got the ego and everything, but I just don't know. Whether that is he just doesn't do it in training and he's not got the trust, I don't know. He'll probably play at the weekend. I think people forget Savio had 30 assists last season. There's a player in there. He just needs regular minutes. He does, mate. He's not going to get them at the minute. However, you've got to keep people interested. You've got to keep them interested. Savinho has to know that if he does well, he's getting a game. You have to do that. You know, the acceptance of that has been Nico. We all knew Nico played well, but when Rodri came back, we all knew it was Nico's time was done, and it has been done. Other than that, and maybe Haaland, everyone's got to believe that if they are on it, they're at a level where they're performing and they get on a pitch and they perform. They have to be able to take the place. They have to know that, or else otherwise the whole thing comes falling down. Getting rid of Burnley, he shouldn't be in our match. If you can't, maybe put the pitchforks away. Let's see how it happens. Let's see what happens. I don't think he's lazy. I don't know, mate. I think there's a player in there. I think. Look, when it comes to Savinho, right? Look, we all got a bit turned on by that bid from Spurs, which never happened, by the way. There was never ever a bid from Spurs, allegedly. Oh, apparently. We miss Mahrez. We miss Sterling. You guys miss those names on a score sheet. You miss wingers who scored goals. We don't have that, granted, but you miss that, and it's okay to miss that. However, you have to believe that the fact that Viana, Pep, and those above him believe there's a player in Savinho, and we don't often get it wrong. You know, yeah, you will have a couple of stinkers, but we don't often get it wrong. So it's like, you know, I remember people were calling for Oscar Bob to start games, and now look, people wanted McAtee to play games, including me sometimes. Now look, you know what I mean? So, but you have to trust the process, guys. That's the role, and that's what we've got to do with it, mate. You are right. Semenyo hates the pass. He always takes impossible shot, but I think he does that because he's got it in him. He knows he can do something with the ball, I guess. Would I give Reinders a go? No. Not in the midfield. He's a 10. Right, the way Reinders gets on, I think he'll probably play tonight at some point. Reinders gets on for Turkey in most games now, I think. He doesn't. Marmoush is a great player. He just doesn't have that City, what should we call it, control. He doesn't have that little bit of control about him. Now, there's also a good thing in that is that he's a bit of a different player. He's a bit outside the box. I just don't know if he's trusted enough. He isn't. Savio has that typical Brazilian attitude when they're on there, Megan. If they are all fit, they are pure dog shit. Example of Junior. I think he's, you know what, right? All those players, Rodrigo's a little bit different because he does work like a dog, but Neymar, Vinny Junior, they're all of that ilk. I don't know. I think Savinho's. I think he's been educated early into the European football system, which is probably going to save him long term. You give Nori a go. See, that's another thing, innit? How do you take Nico O'Reilly out of the team? The only way Nico O'Reilly isn't playing left back is if you're starting to play number 10. And if you play number 10, then that means you're putting Cherky out on the right hand side. And that's a potential thing. However, why would you move Cherky around when he's absolutely taking a piss? You wouldn't. You found a way. Keep it. That makes sense. I think you could be right. You could. There's a DNA there. So, I mean, we've covered the rotations. I don't think there's much. There's not much else. People will say Trafford. No, lads, we ain't changing the goalkeeper now at the end of the season. We ain't. Trafford will play against Southampton. And then, barring injuries, Donnaruma's going to play because that back four needs experience. It does. You know, it just does. You need the guy. You need the man. You need the man. That O'Reilly, I don't know, mate. O'Reilly's better forward. I don't know. I don't know if he's got the temperament to dictate the game in midfield. I don't think he has. But yeah, so other than that, I don't think there's much we can change. In terms of the way we play the game, though, we just have to go for it. We have to, for us, we just have to score. I think we need goals. Look, I'm not going to say we're going to win that goal there and win 7-0. However, it's possible. We need goals, lads. We need goals. We need goals. Has to be goals. If we go there, if you come back and win 1-0, we're top of the league joint. We're not top of the league on goal difference, how we're out. We need to go there and come away there with like 3 goal difference in our favour, whether that be 5-2, 4-1, 3-0, whatever. And that's putting some disrespect on Burnley because they're going to be fighting for their lives. But if they don't get relegated tonight, they're getting relegated at the weekend. So we need goals, because if we're top of the league and then it's enough of a... If we go... Let's say we win 5-1, right? Let's say 5-1 tonight. That's 4 goals extra for us. That puts us in front by, I believe, 3, right? Or 2. Is it 2? We're 1 behind, that'd be even. So it's 2. That means Arsenal have to then respond with the same. Now, are Arsenal going to go out and thump Newcastle? Highly unlikely. However, they could just absolutely turn up and do it. But it then adds another level of pressure, knowing that you have to outscore City at the end of the season. And I don't think the way they play, they haven't got the players for it. So I think that's another thing we have to worry about, is we have to start scoring goals now. We do. Clean sheets are we're not going to concede 2 or 3 goals. Clean sheets are good. We just need to score 3s and 4s. We need to get that taste of blood in the water. We do. We absolutely do. The only position I can change, except for Rodri, of course, is the menu. If you want to give one of Ryan, something's got to change, mate. Something that doesn't have to change. Something will change. However, I don't know, man. I'm calm. I'm calm with it. We're doing it we need a big win. We need a statement win. You know, I imagine Everton's going to be difficult. So coming out of there with just 3 points, but these games against the teams where you're expected to win, we need to start turning the goals in our favour. We do. So, yeah, I don't know, man. In terms of, I imagine it'll be a different kind of game to what we've done against Arsenal. They will defend a lot. They won't attack. Their Burnley's match plan today will be stay in the game as long as you can and try and nick a winner in the 88th minute. That's what they'll be playing for. So that, I think, we'll have biblical amounts of possession tonight. We just need to start scoring, man. Just need to start scoring. So before we move on to like predictions and things, do me a favor, guys. Do that like, the whole stream, the thing where hit the like button, all that stuff. It helps with algorithms, which I hate. I hate algorithms and stuff. I wish it was a case of just pure talent wins in the day, but it's not. It's algorithms. So guys, do me a favor, like the stream. If you're watching after it, like it for me, leave a comment. And that's one of what I say is people have done a lot of commenting, so I appreciate that too. It's always good. I'll always reply when I can. And I'll always chuck a poll on and stuff. We did do a poll before the game. Let me have a look at that, see what we did. I did do a community poll just to ask you guys what you thought of. I'll show you. I'll show you this. Here we go. Where are we? I'm going to change the screen. Where are we? So, yeah, I did ask Burnley versus City, predictions for tomorrow, Blues. Burnley draw. All 19 of you said City go top. So, yeah, I mean, that's unanimous, right? I think we're all unanimous on that. Yeah, we're unanimous on that one. All I want to start with purpose in the game is win the first half. Just win the game comfortably, man. Win the game and just go into... a minute or two of 5-10 minutes of third gear, smash them to pieces, and then just go through the motions, avoid injuries, bookings, idiocy, get other lads on the pitch. We need players with like John Stones who could do with some minutes because we never know when you're going to need him. Ake potentially do with minutes. Nori, Foden, Marmoush, Savio. Get these guys some minutes because you never know when we might need those players, and they're the next sort of guys. And Reinders, should I say. Get those guys some minutes so that they are then ticking over. They are, mate. They are low blockers. They've got nothing to play for, really. They can stay the same as the league, but it's basically they're bleeding out. Burnley are bleeding out. Score predictions tonight, then. So let's hear it, chat. Let's have a look at your predictions. Let's have a go on predictions. What do we think? Give me scores and scorers. Let's have a go. I'm thinking we're going to win. I'll take 4-1. I'll go with O'Reilly, Haaland 2, and Semenyo with a couple of assists for Doku. I'll take that. Yo, what up, Pepper? Good to see you, mate. How are you? Middle of the night in Texas. Yeehaw. Thanks for showing up, mate. I really appreciate that. So what we're saying here, 2-1 City win from Pip. Ethan says 3-0. We've got a 3-0 from Reddy. 3-0 Marmoush and Semenyo. We'll take them all day. 5-1 City, O'Reilly and Brace, Semenyo, Fold them off the bench. That'll do, man. We need those goals. I think we're all in agreement that there's going to be a bag full of goals to get here. Because let's be real, don't Arsenal play Wolves at some point? They're going to want to smash them as well. They'll be having the same conversations that we are. All them creators will be having the same conversation. We need to, because we've got some difficult games. So yeah, it needs to be a case of goals, boys. If we score first goal with 7 minutes, 5-1. They play Burnley as well. Did they play Burnley? Is that who I meant there, playing Burnley? Yeah, so they're going to water tonk Burnley too. So, you know, we just got to turn the screw, lads. We just got to turn that screw. Has to be done. Oh, yeah, by the way, do me a favour. If you are just hanging around and stuff, do me a favour, sub to the stream, because there's certain levels you need to hit for extra features on YouTube, which is like the monetization stuff, which I'm not asked about, but it is part of the community stuff. So if you do like the broadcast and you are interested in what we do and having a chat and stuff, and it's a little bit different here, then subscribe. You know the score. We'll be live Monday, Wednesday, Fridays for City Breakfast. Don't know why I changed the channel, but it's that one. City Breakfast, having a chat. So we'll be back Friday for what we'll chat about Burnley. We'll look forward to the weekend, the semi-final and stuff like that. So yeah, boys, it's just a little bit of building our own little format here, heading towards the World Cup. We'll cover the World Cup in the same way. It'll just be World Cup breakfast. And then we have the transfer madness, and then the season. And we've got our own little features that are going to be going through the season and stuff. So we'll be working on things like that too. They do play Burnley, mate. You are right. Just looked. So again, to that part of the stream, guys, has anybody got any questions they want to ask for me? Some of you guys might be new here for the first time, wondering what's going on. So if you've got any questions, hit them up. We'll go through them. I am gonna have a go. So I do this in my own spare time. To be fair, where are we? So I do this in my spare time. I am the guy who does the quizzes. So let's have a crack. Let's have a crack at some of these. Where are we? No. That one. Let's minimize that. Well, they watch-alongs. I don't do, mate. Here's the thing. I won't do watch-alongs, mate, purely because it's not my thing. Other people do it better than I will. We all have different ways to consume content. For me, I enjoy watching games in my own way, if that makes sense. Now, I'm not ruling them out forever. Of course not. But for now, because I go to the games as well, I've got a season ticket for next year, so I'll miss 19 games straight away. You know what I mean? So I'd rather, if I'm going to do it, I'm going to full send it rather than just pick up the games, if that makes sense. So, what position did you see Nicola O'Reilly playing next season? You know, that's a really good question. I can't answer you, Pep, mate. I can't answer you because I don't know. I don't know. I'd imagine left back still. Because he's not getting Cherky out of the team. He's not going to go centre mid. You know what I mean? And it just means he's a fight on for left back. It just does. Who's next standing maker you think is going to make it next? I don't know. I should really pay much attention, some more attention to that, but I just don't know, mate. I don't know if, as a rule, I've always enjoyed it when one bursts onto the scene, literally, if that makes sense. I've always enjoyed it more when one just comes out of nowhere. I find it a bit weird that people are so invested in 15, 16-year-olds like they're coming through. Like, it's nice to know when I like it when it's pre-season, you get to see them and see what they're made of. I'm not a big fan of these that he has a good Premier League 2 games and then you expect him to be the best player in the world. And I'll take it back to my experience of this. When we just started playing at the Etihad or the City Manchester Stadium as it was, we had Sean Wright-Phillips who was flying. He was just something different about him. And there was all this talk about Bradley Wright-Phillips now and getting that at a different level. But Bradley Wright-Phillips was absolutely tearing the reserves apart. And I remember getting really excited that we've got another player like Sean Wright-Phillips, who's a son of Ian Wright, who's a baller, to come into the squad and then hit the ground running. And it never materialised. So after that, it always kind of faded for me. Just always faded. So I've never really been that invested in it. And then we had Michael Johnson, obviously that didn't go right. And then other players like Stephen Ireland just never reached the level. So it's kind of like, for me, I just let him come along. And then once they're here, it's like, okay. I've got a clip. Let's see if we can fight that. Let's see if we can play it here. See if it works. I've never done this before. This could go wrong, lads. This could go badly wrong. Where is it? It's not there. It's not there. I didn't upload it. I'm not pissing about now. But yeah. LB's lots wrong enough. I tune in during hard time. He always stresses me out. I do the same, to be fair. I just don't got it in me to do them. It's not my cup of tea. Kevin, so you know that's a point. However, I'm also still scarred by Freddie Adu. I invested heavily in Freddie Adu's stocks as a young kid on Football Manager and stuff, and I don't know. You just never know, do you? You never know, mate. The football works in mysterious ways. What's all the yes about McAtee captain the situation those lads ruin mine? See, that's the thing, mate. It's nice to see that they're doing well. It's just let them do well. You know what I mean? I think the next hype machine is going to be Ryan McAdoo, but chill. You know what I mean? We had Oscar Bob. Everyone wanted Oscar Bob to play. He was the next coming of Lionel Messi, and then he's not all of a sudden. You know, so it's like, just let him get into the team. When he plays to turn up and have a go at it like O'Reilly, you know what I mean? Enrico Lewis and Foden, you know, let them come in and just I'm having it. Have you got the minerals? Yeah, then it's yours. The platform's yours. Right, let's have a go at these quizzes. Let's have a quick go. Let's have a quick blast of this. Which one are we doing here? Which one are we? That one. I always like to start with football bingo. Now, I know you can play this with the stream and stuff, but I'm not interested. I want to do it myself. I want to see what we're up against here. Because there's certain players that I've never heard of, and it sounds really, really bad, but just is what it is. So I'm going to fly through this. Let's see if we can do it. Yannick Carrasco, Belgian. Has anyone played for anyone on there? He's got to play in Belgium, right? How? Martinez. World Cup. Onana. Which one? Could be any of them. Amadou Onana. Is he? Fuck. Champions League. Bonucci. Did he win the Champions League with Juventus? No. See, I'm terrible at this, boys. I'm terrible at this. Henrik Larsson. I usually get them right. Larsson, Barcelona. Jurien Timber. Salih Hamazamadic, Slovakia. He's one of these, isn't he? He is one of these. I'm going to skip it. I'm not sure. Naby Keita. Is he Ivorian? No. Van Persie, Champions League? No. La Liga? No. He's none of those. Dele Alli. He could only really have done that, right? Everton, England. I'm going to play the wild card and knock 2 off. Orange 3. Play with James Milner for England, of course. El Hadj Diouf. No. Benjamin Pavard. Has he won the Champions League? Definitely played by Tuchel. Danilo. Brazilian. No. Not having it. Douglas Costa. No. Ferland Mendy. Champions League, yeah. Gonzalo Guedes. No, we're not doing this, lads. We're going to choke on the main stage. Lobotka. Marek Hamsik. Definitely not one of those. Kevin Prince, Skulltank. Now, is he the Ghanaian one? He is. Idrissa Gana Gay. No. Thomas Partey. I feel sick. Danny Alves. None of those. Courtois. Nope. Yilmaz. He's Turkish, but I don't think he plays in those. Brennan Johnson. Absolutely no. Roy Mackay. Played some in the playing academy. That looks. I don't know much about the academy, mate, if I'm honest with you. Trent. This is a fail. Victor Valdez. No. Kalulu. No, I'm going to say that's French. It is. Luis Suarez, La Liga. Sangare. Chicharito. Oh, it's going to do me, innit? It's going to do me. It's going to absolutely do me here. It's over. It's over. It's over. Courtois did play in Belgium. Why didn't no one sell that? Why didn't no one say he played in Belgium? Who did he play for in Belgium? I thought it was a Chelsea academy. We stumped that one out. We did. What else have we got? I always like to do the goalless. We'll finish on the goalless. Players have made 40 appearances with teammate Kylian Mbappe in Ligue 1. I don't know if you played in Belgium, mate, to be fair. I've been asleep a couple of times since then. Players have made 40 plus appearances with Kylian Mbappe. Right, so I'm going to go with Rabiot. Oh, hang on. No. This will be... We need players that are proper rare. Played for him with Monaco. What was the... Is it Golovkin? Golovin. That guy. That's one. Give me some rare answers. Who else have we got? We need some. Monaco's killing me. I don't know. I don't really know much Monaco players. I'm going to go with Rabiot, though. Did Rabiot play for him? I think he did. Rabiot. Who else? Cavani. You know, that's a shout. Cavani, mate. Did Cavani... Was Cavani there before? You know what? I'll stick it in. You put his name down, Cavani. Who else have we got? It was going to be Donnarumma was most of it, wasn't he, in that? And was there anybody else? Trying to think of, like, stinkers who played a lot of games that I shouldn't have done. I'm going to put Di Maria. Anybody else? One more. We need one more. Players who played 40+ appearances with teammate Kylian Mbappe in League One. I'm trying to think of a Monaco player around that time. Got to be someone. I'm just going to do Fabinho. It's all about making sure we don't get an X. Fabinho, there we go. Right, let's try. Fabinho, no. Di Maria, 1. Cavani, good shout. Rabiot, Golovin. Absolutely stunk the gaff out. Absolute relegation for the boys. So here's the ones. Idrissa Gueye. Ander Herrera, that's a shout. That's the keeper I was thinking of. Warren Zaire-Emery, that's a decent one. Meunier, oh. See, that's the, when I was saying about the stinker who's played on the wing, that was the one. Julian Draxler. And all these lads are obvious. Oh, well. The Italian guy who came famous and cheating on his missus, I don't know. Is he on that list? I don't know, mate. I don't know. I have no idea. But yeah, we tried. We'll pick that up on Friday, see where we end up. That Zaire Emery's a play, all right. I thought Paredes would be obvious. They kind of, I don't know. It just is. People are weird, man. They just. I'm looking at it here now. Who was the guy? It was definitely Draxler who I was thinking of. Even that wouldn't have been that good, to be fair. Icardi, is that him? Is that him, Icardi? Is that him? Oh. Right then, so we're going to wrap it up. What's everybody's agenda today? What we all doing? Let me all know what's going on this morning. What have you all got planned for your day? Working, skiving, sleeping, waiting for the football. 2 things I've got to do this morning. I'm going to go to the gym. I've been doing aqua aerobics, aqua fit. I've done. I did 4 last week. I'm going to try and do every day this week. My arms are falling off. I'm the only man that does the classes. Everyone else is at least 30 years older than me. But I'm determined. These old women do not know they're in a daily fight with me. I'm going to this aqua class. They do not know what's going to hit them today. Then I've got to go an appointment this afternoon. And then back home, watch the football, see how life goes, do a little bit of work, and chill. Got to go to work. We'll make it to after the game. Fair play to you, mate. But yeah, I'm going to go and smash aqua fit in a minute. Trying to lose some more weight. But yeah. But that's it, chaps. Thank you for watching the stream today. We'll be back Friday morning. Make sure you do like the stream. Make sure you are subscribed and all that sort of caper. We'll just end with it on the way out. Trying to work. Fair play to you, mate. Trying. Yeah, do yourselves a favour. Have a wonderful day. Enjoy the sun if you can. Appreciate it, guys. I will see you all Friday morning. Let's hope we're talking about City being top of the league. Make sure you're following the channel, subscribing, comment if you can. Follow my social media. X is where I just talk on about it. Yeah, guys, appreciate you hanging around, and I'll see you all Friday. Laters. Don't know what I'm pressing. There we go.